My name is Jessica Bodwin. I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist at Providence Little Company of Mary Medical Center. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're making healthy egg muffin cups. This recipe is packed full of vegetables, it's a good source of protein, and it's overall low in calories. It makes for a great way to start your day. Let's run down the ingredients. Today you'll need 2 cups of diced bell pepper, 1 cup of diced onion, 1 cup of diced mushrooms, 2 cups of spinach, roughly chopped, 2 cloves of garlic minced, a little bit of oil or pan spray, salt and pepper, and of course, 4 whole eggs and 4 egg whites. First thing you want to do is rinse and dry your fresh produce. For the mushrooms, however, I don't run these under water because they tend to soak up a lot of moisture. Just take a damp paper towel and brush off any extra dirt. To prepare our bell pepper, we'll go ahead and slice off the top, slice off the bottom, and make 1 slit down the side. Open it up, and then use your knife to remove any of the white portion and the extra seeds. Next, we'll cut it into some smaller, more manageable chunks. Slice, and finally, dice. Now we'll dice our onion. I'm gonna take off the root end just a touch. Remove the nose of the onion and slice it right in half. And dice. We're going to dice the mushroom, just give them a rough chop. To mince the garlic, I'm first going to smash the cloves with the back of my knife to make peeling much easier. Slice off any kind of woody parts, and then mince. Now the spinach I'm just going to roughly chop, so I've gathered up my cups and I'm just going to run my knife through it 1 time. That should be good. To separate the whites from the yolks, I'm going to do these one at a time. I'm going to crack the egg and split the shell in half over a small bowl. Pour the yolk and white into my hands and kind of isolate that yolk from the rest of the white. And then I'll just be using the white portion for the recipe. So next we're going to cook some of our vegetables. I've put a little bit of oil in a pan over medium-high heat. We're going to test to make sure that the pan's ready. I'm going to drop 1 piece of onion in the pan, and if you hear a little bit of a sizzle, it's hot enough and ready to go. We're going to saute our peppers and onions together for about 6 to 7 minutes until they're softened and starting to lightly brown. Next, we're going to add the mushrooms and let those cook for another about 2 minutes or so until they've released some of their juices and started to brown. All right, our mushrooms have been cooking for about 2 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and add our garlic. Just give that a mix to start to release some of the flavors. You should be able to smell that pretty quickly. About 30 seconds or so. And then we're going to add the spinach, and this just cooks for about another 2 minutes or so until it wilts and combines nicely with the rest of the ingredients. Alright, so those look good, so I'm going to turn off the heat. We're going to let those cool down for about 10 minutes or so that we're not combining cold eggs with hot vegetables. I'm going to prepare our muffin tin. I'm actually using a silicone muffin tin because I find it's easier to get the egg cups out. They release a little easier, but you can also use a non-stick muffin pan. To prepare your pan, you're going to first want to spray it with a little bit of pan spray, but if you don't have any, you can also use some simple vegetable oil and just brush each of the bottoms and sides of the cups. If you don't have a brush, you could also just use a paper towel to kind of smear some oil around the inside. The point is that you want it just well greased so that the eggs and the vegetables don't stick. I'm dividing the vegetables equally among the 12 tins until I run out of cooked vegetables. And then I will pour the eggs on top. I prefer to do it this way rather than mixing the egg and vegetables together like the recipe originally called for, because I find this to be a little bit less messy. And next I'm going to pour enough eggs to fill it up just about 3/4 to half at first, and then I'll divide the remaining eggs among the 12 tins. And now we're ready for the oven. So after you think they're done cooking, take them out and give them a little bit of a jiggle just to make sure that the eggs are fully set. They may need a little bit longer than the recommended cooking time depending on your oven temperature and the amount of eggs you ended up with. All right, now it's time to remove the eggs from their muffin tin. You'll see why I like the silicone pan. They pop out nicely and don't stick at all. All right, now we're ready to try them. This is the healthy recommended portion. I've got 2 muffins, and in this portion size, we've got 100 calories and about 8 grams of protein. To complete the breakfast, you can serve this with a slice of whole wheat toast or a small bowl of fruit. Let's give them a taste. Nicely seasoned. It's just like an omelet in the shape of a muffin. Delicious. And with the rest of these, you can either store them in the refrigerator for a few days or wrap them individually with saran wrap and into a freezer-safe bag, and they keep in the freezer for a couple of months. When you're ready to reheat them, just pop them in the microwave until they're fully warmed through. Thank you so much. Happy cooking!